Breaking news this morning, an Amber Alert has been issued for a 10-year-old Wisconsin girl. Jocelyn Van Dunn is believed to be with her father, 33-year-old Jonathan Van Dunn. Police say they were last seen in Walworth County, Wisconsin. Jocelyn is 5'3", 140 pounds with brown hair and hazel eyes.
The suspect is a white man, 6 feet tall, about 220 pounds, short brown hair and blue eyes. Both of their pictures on your screen right now. They may be traveling in a white 2014 Dodge Ram pickup with Illinois plates 167007F. And that truck might be pulling a camper. Anyone with information about this case should call 911 right away. You've heard and probably seen the challenges that are facing Fargo bars and restaurants because of the pandemic. And now some help is on the way.
The Valley Today's Brian Sherrod joins us live from downtown Fargo with what this will mean for area businesses. Good morning, Brian.
And good morning, Jordan and Lisa. You know, the Fargo City Commissioners came forward to talk about how they can help their local bars and restaurants, especially when we're going into the new year, which is only a couple of weeks away. So this proposal was asking for the 2021 liquor license fees to be waived, the utility fees to be forgiven, but also the property taxes to be forgiven. But so far, only 2 of the 3 have been approved. So, under the Improved Business Assistance Program, the next 6 months of utility charges will be waived. Bars and restaurants given rebate to cover their food and alcohol license fees for 2021. This accounts for roughly $1.1 million in assistance that will not be pulled from taxpayers. It simply won't be collected. It will impact the city's overall budget, but in a small way to not impact the public. Forgiving property taxes has not been approved as of now because one commissioner is saying it needs some more research because it's costly and complicated.
By these mandates and these restrictions, and knowing that we needed to help them, or else we will lose a number of these establishments in Fargo, which is, you know, if there's 450 of them and we lose 10%, that's a lot of jobs.
Now, at the next city commissioners meeting, they're going to be talking about even more ways they can help these local bars and restaurants. And one of the proposed ways they're thinking of is suspending the utility shutoffs.
Thank you, Brian. The mayor of Grand Forks is extending a 10 p.m. closing time and 50% capacity requirement on bars and restaurants until the end of the year.
Mayor Brandon Bachensky says he's also eliminating 2021 license fees for specific classes of alcohol and restaurant licenses. The city plans to use CARES Act funding to offset those revenue losses. Minnesota state lawmakers have passed a bill that offers a package of coronavirus relief measures aimed at businesses and workers who took the biggest hit from a 4-week pause ordered by Governor Tim Walz last month. That bill includes a $216 million grant program for businesses like bars and restaurants and a 13-week extension of unemployment insurance for jobless workers.
It now goes to the governor's desk for his signature. The governor also plans to announce tomorrow whether he'll extend that pause past Friday.
Now 6:54 on our Tuesday morning. We want to get a check of that forecast. Nice right now in the metro, but snow out there for other folks. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yeah, we've got some flakes and some areas where visibility is down slightly because of some light snow coming down. And the rest of us underneath some clouds. And you can see that here in Fargo on our First Alert Skycam network, those low clouds being illuminated by the city lights. So this morning, starting off on the gray side and perhaps for some of us on the flaky side. So here's a look at our current conditions around the region. Fargo, Grand Forks, Devils Lake, all in the teens with some mostly cloudy skies. We've had a couple of flurries around Grand Forks. And in Detroit Lakes, Fergus falls into some teens. There are some places in the single digits, but everybody's above 0. That's a huge change from yesterday. So nice to warm back up here. Wind is out of the south, and that overall flow of air coming in from the south, helping to warm us up. It is pumping in a little moisture, though. And when you factor in that wind with temperatures below freezing, we do have to talk about that wind chill. And that is still below 0 in spots. It feels like 1 below in Fargo and in Grand Forks. A chillier wind chill in Baudette at 12 below. So still want to bundle up, still want to be ready for some colder air. But here's a look at the radar. If you're along Highway 2, especially here now in the north from there, that's where we're looking at some pockets of snow affecting us. There may be some flurries elsewhere too. But north of Grand Forks, back up toward the Alvarado, Grafton, back to Newfolden areas, you're seeing some snow there. And then another pocket that's over toward Red Lake Falls and Foston and into eastern parts of Polk County, moving into Clearwater County here. And and you could see visibility down just slightly in these areas. There might be a coating of snow on the road, a little dusting that may make for some slick spots too. So you're going to want to just be taking a little extra precaution in those areas today. Your bus stop planner. Kids will still want to bundle up. Temperatures are into the single digits to some teens this morning. Heading home, much better than yesterday. We're talking some teens and some 20s for highs. There will be more cloud cover today. I'm hoping we could see some breaks, more likely in eastern North Dakota where we could see a little sun peeking through. And this milder weather will stick around through the rest of the week. So looking a little bit better than the way we started things off yesterday.
Yep, but at least above zero, so I think we're both pretty happy about
yes,
that.
Yesterday was brutal. Thank you, Lisa.
It's considered a major step toward ending the COVID-19 pandemic. Several healthcare workers at Sanford Health in Fargo got their long-awaited COVID-19 vaccine yesterday after the first batches of that Pfizer vaccine arrived. The arrival of the vaccine was a welcome sight in North Dakota, which has had one of the highest COVID-19 infection rates in the country in recent months.
A Sanford infectious disease doctor says he's lucky, grateful, and humbled. Dr. Avish Nagpal was the first person in North Dakota to receive that shot in the arm.
It's been a long time and a lot of people have paid a very big price for this disease, and many people continue to pay a big price. Now, the side effects are usually mild to moderate. I'm sure I'll have some soreness in the injection site tonight.
Sanford also tells us that they have dialed down a little bit on their COVID wings and floors downtown, but they are staying cautious through this holiday season.
All True Health System in Grand Forks will receive its first allocation of the COVID-19 vaccine tomorrow. The 450 initial doses will be used to vaccinate staff.
Vaccines will be delivered to Minnesota hospitals this week. A FedEx truck carrying the first shipment backed up to a loading dock at the Minneapolis VA yesterday morning.
Throughout the week, Minnesota is expected to receive nearly 47,000 units of the vaccine across the statewide regional vaccine distribution hubs. From there, the vaccine will be distributed to smaller hospitals or clinics, and providers will then administer it to high-risk Minnesotans like healthcare workers and long-term care residents. Many people are wondering if they should still wear masks after getting vaccinated for COVID-19, and the answer from infectious disease experts is yes. They say that's because it's not yet clear if the vaccine is effective in preventing transmission.
Both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines require 2 shots. Pfizer's second dose comes after 3 weeks and Moderna's is given after 4 weeks. Doctors say you should continue to mask up, especially for that in-between time, because it's unknown if the vaccine will prevent you from getting infected. We also don't know how safe the vaccine is for pregnant women and children under the age of 16, but we will likely have an answer for that by late spring or early summer. The federal open enrollment period for the Affordable Care Act ends at midnight tonight. It's the last chance for millions of uninsured Americans to buy coverage for 2021.
The study by the Kaiser Family Foundation found more than 15 million people can get free coverage or at least a reduced price. In the states that operate their own exchanges, the enrollment deadlines may extend into next month.
A fresh set of footprints in front of mailboxes helped a South Fargo woman find prowlers that were caught on her home's security camera.
It happened in the 1700 block of Park Boulevard South just after 1 yesterday morning, when what looked like an older model minivan parks on the street and 2 people get out to check inside the neighborhood's mailboxes. Kim Wrench says it doesn't appear that any of the mailboxes were full, but she says the next neighborhood might not be so lucky. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question: according to a survey, this happens to the average person at 9:40 a.m.
The answer is you feel fully awake. 9:40.
How many cups of coffee have you had?
Well, at that time, I think we've each had about 7 or so. But
at least.
Anyway, the Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start. The Valley Today, it rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather right now on the Fargo CW. Have a great Tuesday.